Hey guys, Razorblade Mango here, and today I just want to give you a quick little thoughts video on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which is a game that I did not expect to cover on this channel, and yet here I am, covering a Call of Duty game. Why am I covering a Call of Duty game, you may ask? Well, two reasons. One is that this is probably the most interested I've been in a Call of Duty game in a long time, especially since the original Modern Warfare trilogy is, in my opinion, 3 of the best games in the series. I honestly think maybe Modern Warfare 2 is the best one in the series. Infinity Ward, back then, like that Infinity Ward went on to become Respawn Entertainment, who made the masterpiece that is Titanfall 2. But even with this new Infinity Ward at the helm, I thought Modern Warfare looked pretty decent. Looked okay. And I was initially just going to rent it for the campaign, but I got to give a special shout out to, and this is the second reason I'm covering it, got to give a special shout out to my buddy Gabe, also known as Mitchell V Gaming on YouTube. He got me the game on PS4, so I got to play it when it came out, and I finished it a while back, but I'm just doing a video now that I'm done with a couple other games that I've been going through. That's why the content's been a little slow on the channel, but I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there to the games you want me to talk about. I'm getting there. But I want to give you guys my impressions of Call of Duty, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think I could pretty easily go over Spec Ops and multiplayer. Spec Ops is trash. Don't play it. It's pretty terrible. I think we tried maybe a couple rounds of it, and I absolutely hated it, and I never want to touch it again. Multiplayer is Call of Duty multiplayer. It's basically what you expect. It is, you run around, and as long as you have a shotgun, you'll be okay. Because shotguns are just, you run around, just boom, they're done. They're dead. It also depends on what map you get and who you're playing with. Because I've run into people that cheat, that use the aimbot. I've run into, like, there's like some really terrible maps in the game that are just like a camper's paradise that are not fun to play on at all. But most of the maps, they're okay, with a few that I hate. And it's basically a crapshoot with the multiplayer. Depends on the mode you're playing on, and it depends who you're playing with and on what map you're playing on. It's like any multiplayer game. It's COD. Though I must say, this is definitely the most fun I've had with Call of Duty multiplayer, probably this whole generation. Because the last time I touched a Call of Duty game was, at least not in a beta format, because I played Black Ops 4, and that I hated. I thought that was trash. I played, what was it, Black Ops 3? I thought that was just terrible. I thought that was the last time I actually played a Call of Duty campaign. That was terrible. So this is honestly like the best Call of Duty game of this generation, honestly. Modern Warfare. I know that's not a very high bar to leap over, but it's true. This is definitely the best one in a very long time. Probably the best one I've played since Black Ops 2, if I'm being honest. And I'm the guy that likes Ghosts. Like, I know Ghosts is considered like the bastard stepchild of the Call of Duty family, but I like Ghosts. I thought it had a pretty cool campaign. I was a little sad that they never finished it. So I don't know, feel free to discard my opinion based on that. I like Ghosts. I think it's much better than Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. Sorry, not sorry. Ghosts I actually quite liked. So, moving on to the thing that I actually give a shit. The only thing I really give a shit about with this Modern Warfare game is the campaign. The campaign is pretty good. I thought it was mostly good. I thought I was a little iffy about it in the beginning. I thought its first 2 missions were just kind of meh. But there is one mission later on where you get to, not later on, but I think it's like the 3rd or 4th mission where you get to control like a flying explosive drone, and you just like fly them into helicopters and they blow up shit and blow up buildings and stuff. I thought that was a lot of fun. So once that level passed, I kind of was on board the rest of the way. There's definitely a lot of those, you know, it looks pretty. It looks nice. It better look nice for being fucking 100 gigabytes on the PS4. I had to delete some games to fit that bad boy on there. And Yeah, I mean, the monetizations, I mean, it's Call of Duty. You know they're going to monetize the shit out of it. I don't trust Activision at all when it comes to them saying, oh, we're never going to include these microtransactions or game, the loot boxes. Yeah, because Activision Blizzard is definitely the beacon of honesty in the video game industry. Yeah, okay. Probably like the only thing of a big note that I could say about Modern Warfare as far as the campaign goes is that I thought it pulled a lot of its punches with the campaign, because they made this big deal in the launch to it, the lead up to the launch, is that they were like, oh, this is so dark, it's so controversial, we've got all these elements that are going to make you really feel uncomfortable. And yeah, there are some levels in this game that are definitely disturbing, like absolutely. You see villagers being gunned down by the tens of hundreds in some cases. There's children that are put in danger and killed. There's torture. I mean, every Call of Duty now has got to have a torture scene. You got to have that obligatory torture scene in there. There's like, you're shooting mothers, shooting fathers. You do some pretty dark stuff in this game, but I feel like this game is kind of like, it's like tiptoeing the borderline of being like fucked up, but fucked up in a way that's marketable and to a mainstream audience, versus like crossing that line into like truly uncomfortable, horrific territory. And I don't think I think probably the game that's gotten the closest to come to that is maybe Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, especially with the no Russian sequence, which to me is like, that to me is more disturbing than anything I played in the new Modern Warfare. And I actually like Spec Ops: The Line, even though I haven't played that in a long time. I remember that white phosphorus sequence. That's some like truly horrific shit the first time I played it. And I don't think anything in the Modern Warfare game even comes close to that white phosphorus scene in Spec Ops: The Line, or the no Russian mission in Modern Warfare 2. There's so much in this game that just pulls its punches. Like, it presents multiple opportunities where they could really, really push boundaries, really make people feel uncomfortable, really lead you into some dark, depressing, like, fucked up territory. But then it would get rated AO, and Activision wouldn't be able to sell it on, like, almost everywhere except maybe digital stores. This is gonna make me sound like a psychopath, but hear me out. What this game needed was more collateral damage, because whenever, and it's only in very specific situations that you're allowed to like gun down citizens, but by accident or by whatever happenstance. But what really kept pulling me out of the game is whenever there's a mission where you're shooting at terrorists and there's like innocent people running between you and the terrorists, if you even let a bullet graze a citizen, the game will just automatically fail you. It'll just be like, oh no, you can't shoot civilians, sorry, you gotta go back to the checkpoint. And I'm like, what the fuck? For a game that's all about, you know, testing the boundaries and really going into some really dark, uncomfortable territory, that would be collateral damage like that, where if you shot a civilian by accident and they died and the game didn't punish you for it, to me, that is more thematically in line with this game of doing horrific things for the sake of the greater good, or arguably for the sake of a greater good. I don't see that with this game because Activision wants to make it mass market friendly. They want to be, oh, we're controversial, but we don't want to be too controversial. It's like they're a little cowardly to like really go out there with how dark it can get. There's also another specific sequence that I know has like, and this is really where it's going to make me sound like a psychopath, but it's really distracting when you don't, like kids get killed in this game. Like they do. But it's always like off screen that it happens. Like there's a sequence where like one of the villains grabs a kid, holds him hostage, then he lets the kid go. The kid runs into like a thick cloud of smoke, but then the guy like shoots into the cloud of smoke, implying that he kills the kid. So it's like there's sequences like that I think really could have been something impactful, but the game like really shies away with it. Again, it like tiptoes to that line, but it never crosses it. And there's been a lot of talk made about, oh, there's a sequence where, oh, there's a part where you have to shoot a mother by accident. You could shoot a mother. And, like, all these journalists were, like, fucking outraged over it. They're like, oh, shoot a mother. It's terrible. And the thing is with the game, you can't shoot the baby that the mother is going for. I know how that sounds. That sounds like, oh god, Razorblade Mango is a sociopath. No, I am not for gunning babies down in real life. I'm not like that. But hear me out. How much more interesting would that have been if you had been given the option, without it auto-failing you, to shoot the baby? I'm just saying. To me, that is more thematically relevant than don't shoot the baby. Ooh, like stuff like that happens. It's war. Like, you really want to capture the horror of war? That's how you do it. You show like soldiers that you're playing as gunning down children, gunning down babies. Like, that happens in warfare. I don't know why that. I mean, I know why, because they don't want it to be AO, but to me it just seems so out of place that the game is tiptoeing that line, but it never is willing to cross it. It always feels like it's just completely pulling its punches. When it presents an opportunity where you could really go somewhere dark and fucked up, the game just goes, nope, sorry, we want to be rated M instead of being rated AO. So that's Call of Duty Modern Warfare. In my opinion, good game. Multiplayer is hit or miss. Spec Ops is shit. Campaign, good for the most part, but it could have been a lot more fucked up.